What happened to y'all? It's your man Earl, episode 316. The month of November, we're talking about sales the whole month. Why? Because it's the holiday selling season. And if you are in the United States of America, aka the most capitalistic society on the face of the earth, you are involved in sales. So we're spending 30 days to talk about sales, give you sales secrets, sales training, sales techniques, open your mind, if you will, expose your brain to different skill sets. So, episode 316, what are we talking about? What is the mindset of a sales professional? Not a salesperson, not a salesman or saleswoman. What's the mindset of a sales professional? Somebody who takes what they do at a professional level. Now, there's only a few things, so it's not going to be long, because when you're a professional, it's not about trying to figure out everything. It's about trying to figure out the right thing. All right? Because nobody knows everything. So get that out of your mind now. All right? You become a student of your industry. So, what is the mindset of a salesperson? Here are a couple things. First of all, are you a one and done person, or do you look at sales over the long term? Meaning, if you sell cars, the guy buys one car, most likely in the next 3 to 5 years, he's going to be back looking for another one. If you're a professional, you're thinking long term. You're not thinking about the one and done. Now, there are people who are one and done. Why? Because they're out to get the money at all costs. They lie, they cheat, they misrepresent information, they misrepresent the product because they're all about getting a short-term one-and-done transaction. Well, give me an example, Earl. I got you one. So, I was in a notable car dealership here in the Quad Cities, and I was buying a certain particular mid-level luxury vehicle. Spent quite a bit of money to buy the vehicle. And guess what? I went to go pick up the vehicle. And when I stepped into the vehicle, I noticed that the floor mats, driver's side, passenger, and rear floor mats were gone. Now, when I test drove the car, when I came back, I saw the car. I even drove the car down to the credit union so they could verify the VIN number. The credit union turned around and gave me my money order to go buy the car. Went back and purchased the car. And when I walked back in, we're talking a matter of 45 minutes, maybe an hour tops. When I went back to perform the transaction, I look at the car. Then I walk over to their finance department. And lo and behold, some time between me bringing the car back for final detailing and me getting the keys and the paperwork in hand to walk out the door, I got back in the car, and guess what? No floor mats. Lying, cheating, being dishonest. And guess what I did? I sat in that dealership for almost 3 hours. I sat right in front of the person who sold me the car. And what's interesting is he was in training, and all these people kept walking back and forth in front of him. What am I saying? Are you one and done? Are you a short-term thinker? How you behave determines if you're going to have short-term success or long-term success. And listen, this is my last point. Any professional knows that sales profession, being in sales, being a sales professional, the core characteristic of a sales professional is, notice this, It's not what you sell, it's people buy from whom they feel and know they can trust. This is why I talked about this a couple days ago. People would rather buy than to be sold, and people buy from people who they trust and whom they believe they're getting value from. This is why you have to be an active listener. We talked about this. Asking the right questions, answering the right questions with the proper information. Listen, using these type of, being intentional with your listening, providing what? Trustful, trusting, true informational solutions that are what? Are in alignment with what the customer is trying to buy. It's not about what you sell them. What are they trying to buy? And on the way through the transaction, I didn't say to the transaction, on the way through the transaction, you begin to build what? Professional trust of the buyer, and you are the seller of what they buy. And as you develop your mindset of a sales professional, only you can determine the level of success that you want. Are you one and done, or are you a long-term sales professional? The long-term sales professional understands that trust and the ability to build core trustworthy characteristics through the transaction is what creates long-term sustainable trust as a sales professional. The mindset of a sales professional, building core characteristics of trust to your future customer and client. God bless you. God keep you. Peace.